Hello everyone, welcome back, BogMod here. And the war continues. But that's okay, because I'm unconcerned about it. It doesn't really impact me. Um, 35% reduction in taxes. I definitely don't like that. But yeah, an early war against these guys gave us land. And with their main ally Tlemcen weakened by Tunis, definitely an opportunity for further expansion in this region, depending on how the war goes. We've a weird war with Burgundy against the English. The English having happened to join up with the King of York. Because he won the War of the Roses. England got into their war. They called me into it. I helped. I peaced out. Part of the peace deal made me have to break up my alliance with England. No longer allied with England, the French were more willing to join me in a friendship. So I've got these two powers as allies. The Shadow Kingdom is active. There we are. Yay! We converted a province! Mm, 43 months. So just under 4 years. Again, they are not my faith. Which means that we have a penalty of about a third. We prefer, we prefer to not have it be a third. We'd prefer it to be 0. See over here, Catholic. So unrest is low. Sadly, because they're not an accepted culture, we do have a missionary and a tax issue, which is fine. Actually, speaking of cultures, 104 Diplo points. That'd make them accepted. There'll be less unrest. Taxes will be better. Oh, take this. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I know that slows me down from getting overseas, but that's fine. So now we accept Morocco, which means I don't suffer a religion penalty. 3.8%, which means it takes less than 4 years now. Because I guess it was 1.7 before. The Prussian Confederation seeks Polish support. Actually, we haven't looked over here in a bit. What's going on? Well, the Ottomans have almost finished crushing Byzantium. No surprise. Good harvest. I've got $100. Just enough to get me a church. A church in Porto. 0.22 a month. The Italian Wars. Yes. So, yeah, the Italian Wars are actually quite interesting. Certainly started in the 14th century. The city-state conflicts and I mean, it may surprise some of you to know that the Pope didn't always live in Rome. For a long time, I believe it is Provence. No, not Provence. Yeah, Avignon was where the Pope lived. And for a long time, France basically controlled the Pope. They appointed the Pope, and there was a period in the 1300s where there was a Pope in Rome and a Pope in France, because France wanted to try and keep control of the Pope. But a lot of the setup for the conflicts with all that setup for the religious conflicts, that all had its kind of history there, because while that conflict was going on, man, was the church just a greedy, abusive, greedy group. All right, well, I've got the money, so I'm gonna take another. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it, to be sure. 60%. So of course, there is the trigger. What's my... war exhaustion is not being an issue right now. But we will boost our stability. Boosted stability, of course, will increase our missionary power. 4.3%. Yes, good. A little more missionary power. It also increases taxes. So mom's back up to 2. Alright, so 0.42 every year. Our king is 29. There we go. I've got some cash. Castile owes me favors. Yes, this is good. Castile is a great power. Corruption is going down by 0.22 a year. That's good. 1.87. As you can see, horrible times for Morocco. So, I imagine Castile's probably broke. Well, they would join me. Alright. I guess they're not broke. Nope, just war exhaustion. Alright. France is in debt. That's fine. Oh, the Mamluks. Interesting. Defender of the Faith. Well, I imagine their opinion of the Mamluks will change. I was going to say, the Mamluks are probably going to have to fight the Ottomans soon. And they will be in very little position to protect Morocco. There it is. We're about to see that flip. 0.11. .17. Yeah. Babbling buffoon. That's not good. have some merchants. I don't lose Diplo points. So, we are in an interesting position. Because I could definitely make a push to acquire more land. I'm giving it good thought. Good, hard, careful consideration. Castile would join us, which is great. Between the two of us, well, let's consult the ledger. Castile has 28,000 troops. Quite nice. I've got 14,000. Alright. Which is still more than Morocco has. So even on my own, I outnumber Morocco before you count their friends. With the pair of us... Yes, 3 stability, everybody. Which is even more missionary power. 4.7 a month. Good. Which also increased our taxes. Yeah, 2.9. Okay, then maybe take that. I need a colonist, though. Buffer zone economy. North, southern Morocco. Less unrest, more trade power. I'm gonna let the nobility be grumpy with me. So all of this, clearly, what Portugal needs to do is colonize. Oh, I should have. I think I should have focused on that. I should have focused on that. I can get quests for the New World now. And then I could probably go to Tenerife. France and England are at war. Fine. Not something we need to involve ourselves with. I could get... hold on. What's the reward? Prestige, more settlers. Go westward. Colonize West Africa. 60 tradition, 60 explore power. Colonize Caribbean. Trade efficiency. Castile and Aragon are at war. Well, I guess, yes, after the smacking around that France gave Aragon, Castile is gonna, go for the vulnerable weak parts. Don't need that active anymore. I mean, I don't blame them. I would do the same. Look at that. Our professionalism at 10.5%. Fantastic. And if you get that to 100%, that extra 10% damage and that extra 20% siege ability, it can go a long way. Alright, let's take a little look around the world. England, of course, trying to spread into Ireland. Oh, France is doing okay. Or Scotland's doing okay. Looks like the French are going to take that. Although they'll likely have to fight with Burgundy going forward. Who do you hate, France? You hate Aragon and Austria and the English. Alright, well, we're going to join our friends in this war. I got manpower back. I could probably nibble on a few provinces. $21 months. Less than 2 years. There you are, buddy. I'll give that to you. And I'll give that to you. That to you. Actually, let's go like that now. Looks like they're probably going to head down there to handle him himself. It's great, of course, because we may get favors and money out of this. There it is. We have... Oh, there we are. Land given, money given, and a bit of cash. We got a favor. But, more importantly, we have... we have to choose our native policy. Right. Well, I prefer taking the... No, we don't have that right, because it's the next idea. Colonial Ventures. I guess it's a colonist. Quest for the New World. Fine. Not much I can do about that. Austrian Venice. $2.58. Not bad. Not bad. Goods down. Taxes up. Yeah, not bad. This will take a little longer now. 2.6% a month. That's fine. So yeah, the Mamluks, as long as the Mamluks are willing to march in and get involved, I am more inclined to leave it alone. As their country gets horribly devastated and ravaged. But once the Mamluks are tied up fighting the Ottomans, which shouldn't take too long. Well, that's when we move. That is when we will make our move. Meanwhile, speaking of moves, France. Doing great. Our good buddy France, they're fantastic. The Pope got beaten up by Naples. Curious. Very curious. Morocco ate one of their vassals. That's both good and bad for them. Good in the sense that, of course, that's more direct stuff. Bad in the sense that that's a military edge that they've lost. Because that was an independent group that would field its own small little army, have its own manpower pool. Yeah, no, tactically not a good move. They're worth Tunis now. And once the Mamluks start to lose a war, or stop being the defender of the Sunni faith, our medieval infantry will be swapped out for Galilei infantry. We've got little unrest in Sale. That's because of that. Alright, let's I'll do that. Hey, Castillo. Let's go to stop our relation improvement. Then we ask them if we can move through their land. They, of course, say yes. I move my troops on down. What is the 16% now, eh? Couple more points. Just a little bit. Development. Actually, that's very good for my income. Peasant War in Aragon. Nah, they're doomed. Doomed! Rather loose cast than stability at this point. Ooh, and could I? July. Erg. That's fine. It's fine. How's my economy? Corruption is dropping. Good. Tech is fine. Diplo. There we are. The only zealots are in sale. Alright, so you know what we're gonna do? Portugal loses. We'll do a policy change. Our friendship can handle a 50-point conflict. I'm gonna move my troops back, and I think we're just going to. What am I paying from? Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. 6. That's what we need. Because what we need, we really need to get the Renaissance. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna focus our savings on. Pause it here. See you all soon.